Another one done in Melbourne?
Yeah. I think I've said it before this year. We don't take anything for granted. Wins on the road and wins in general.
It's your last game in Melbourne, probably before the finals. Obviously underway. Do you feel like you've regained a bit of the respect that you lost over here?
I would expect so. Yeah, I suppose it depends if you're talking about respect from opposition teams or from footballing public, supporters and fans and of the game. But I'm sure that's happened, but it's not something that we measure.
Do you allow your players to embrace the top four opportunities in front of them? Obviously, it's tangible. If you win all your games, you're going to finish top four. There's no way behind it. Do you allow them to embrace that? Or do you
Not really. Yeah, no, because you'll know that in 3 or 4 weeks' time without embracing it now.
But for them, they've been through a pretty hard time. So for them, it's a pretty tangible, real goal that they.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they might be striving for it, but they're not going to embrace that fact. We play a very good team this week, so that's our immediate next challenge that we want to improve on today's performance. We want to play better football than we did today next week.
You certainly got to appreciate the prospect, though. You've come so far, so well. It's got to be in their heads, okay, it's ours for the taking.
Yeah, I don't know if it is. We don't talk about it. We're focused on improving the way we're playing. We had patches today where we're pretty average, and we want to keep improving and get better. So in 3 or 4 weeks' time, we'll know what the ladder looks like. We didn't worry about what the ladder was going to look like after round one. Come the end of the season, still a lot of footy to be played, a lot of games.
Just on that, what did you think overall of your performance?
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty scrappy game. But one that really, with inside 50s and the amount of football we had, we were always in control, really. I think we had 60 inside 50s and 30 scoring shots. So all that pointed towards a win, and then the margin you weigh up whether we should have won by more or less or whatever. But overall, I think it was about fair. Yeah, it was pretty tough. That third quarter again, they really got on top and grabbed their opportunities. We challenged our players to step it up and play with more intensity in that last quarter, which they did.
What do you think's been wrong with those last two third quarters you played in?
No, it's been an issue, obviously, for a fair while for us. Third quarters, it's a bit of a Bermuda Triangle. But one of the key things that we want to focus on is improving as a team across the board, not specifically in one quarter. We want to be able to play consistent footy over 4 quarters and better football. So we've got a broader focus rather than just worrying about 1 quarter.
So what do you think it is in the third quarters then? Because obviously you're playing such pretty intense footy in most of the quarters.
Yeah, you don't ever, well, really, depending on how good your team is, dominate for 4 quarters. And we've generally controlled first halves pretty well. When teams have had their run on it, it's usually been in that third quarter. So, I'm not really sure why. Yeah, precautionary. He didn't do a hammy. We were always going to sub him out. He had a fitness test. His hammy was a little bit tight during the week. Yeah, maybe because he was being subbed out. I'm not sure. But the plan... Yeah, the plan was, he had a fitness test yesterday for us to make the call. We had to go flat out yesterday to say we thought he was fit enough to play, which he was. And then at 3-quarter time, we said we would give him the first 3 or 4 minutes of the quarter and then sub him out.
Obviously looks under a little bit of duress still too. Obviously we saw last week. Do you envisage maybe giving him a break before the home game?
Yeah, maybe, but he'll be heaps better this week. 6 or 7 days after his injury, he'll be a lot better.
Pretty happy the way you were able to get Shannon and Free a fair bit of time down there. Obviously, they put a few blokes behind the ball different times. That's obviously key for you at times, isn't it?
Yeah,
Other teams don't like letting you do it at times.
No, that's right. So there's various things that are happening during the game, but obviously we like to have the ball in Shannon's hands when we can get it there. But if not, he's drawing a man to him and maybe freeing up another player. It's not really an issue, no. The teams I've been involved with before have gone into finals at the MCG without playing many games in it throughout the year and have always handled it pretty well.
Would you like to see a few more games at the G maybe next year in terms of fixturing?
For us, we do put in requests to the AFL, which we've already put in, and I'm not really sure if we had that one in there or not. I can't remember, but either way, as I said, it's not critical for us. We think if your form's good enough, you'll play well. Oh, it'd be a really exciting game. I just see that as another massive challenge for us. Essendon, one of the teams that got hold of us earlier in the year, so a good challenge for the players.
Did you really sort of work out why they were able to?
I think it was the third quarter from memory. Yeah, there you go. So we're just going to go straight from half time into the last quarter.
Is there anyone back ready to go? Where's Bo at?
Bo would be a good chance. He would say he's fit and ready to go. So we'll make the call whether he would be a mile better off by having another week off, or whether it's not going to make much difference. So he's ready to come back in, and Glassy's going to be fine for this week. Yep.
Can you just give a general description of how you feel you're travelling? How do you take that at the moment?
Well, I think the team stepped up to the challenges that they face week in, week out, with injuries. With Kennedy going out of the side for a couple of weeks, with the captain out this week, Bo Waters out. I think I'm really pleased with the way different guys have stepped up. Rosa, been a really key play for us this year, and the way that Gaff and Embley went on the wings today was great. So it's a credit to them to be able to cover off those key players being out at different times and maintain their form. Don't think so. Thumper, you check that out? Yep. So pretty right, I think.
Do you expect Rosa will be back in the finals?
We're hopeful. Yeah, it's
Balance with, because obviously he's going to miss a lot of footy too.
yeah. That's obviously just another challenge for us. But he's got his leg in a brace for 2 weeks, so he's got one more week of that, and then it's a matter of how it feels when the brace comes off. There's always a risk that the specialists will say leave the brace on for an extra week when they check his knee out, or they might take it off and say, right, you're right to start your running program. So every day counts for us. So we'll be keen for him, hopefully, to get the brace off, gets the all clear, starts to build up his running program, and we'll go on how it feels from there.